Oh, I've been muting myself for quite a while. Hi there. I'm sorry there. Press the wrong buttons. Because I was recording something, so I have to use the vertical like mic, but I forgot to re-enable my recording mic. So either way, hello there everyone, and good anytime zone wherever you are. My name is Kirivaku, and I am your host and your voice for the voice. And yes, I am doing a thumbnail marking, and yeah. Because tomorrow I'm going to stream a game that I like the most. It's been already like 4 years, almost 5 years. They finally have enough content for me to play. I actually have a separate account on a game that is on a Japanese server, Japan server, but sadly Japan server has been fully blocked. The gaijin to play in that server, and I have like quite a lot of stuff in there. It's sad. I have to restart everything again, but yeah, I really hope like that one day that everyone will, so play together. The people I know, my friends, all acquaintance, like we start a guild together, would be really fun. Yeah, would be really fun. If we can, and currently I have no idea. Either way, again, a good anytime zone wherever you are. I also need to do. I got a few thumbnails to finish. One animations, and the animation was actually quite easy. All I need to do is just hold on a bit. Oh wait, I forgot to show it again. Artista Cafe we go. Artista Cafe we go. Yeah, sometimes I forgot, like I can't like link my word together. I will be doing this one, and let's have the post cubed of it. This is 195. Yeah, just 500 and 500. No, even 500 can be a little bit too much. Let's just do 400. Another 400. Alright, and start. Now, doing an animation of this is actually quite easy. You can do two method of this, but first I need to drop in the image. Okay, this is a fairly big image, so let this smaller the size. Like you can see, like you can just do something like left, right. But I'm a professional animator, so I am going to go a little bit more. Than usual. Okay. Raise them up a little bit and start the tweening process. add keyframe. So every 7th frame, the entire image itself would flip Nope. And then we have to do another, put this in the file. Exit the tweening first, put this in the file, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. Let's have this here, and let's have this here. This one flipped. And then add another like 21. (21), 28. And 35. Yep. $35. Then 42. I think we need to add a further extension of this. Yeah, if we add 1 more seconds. No, until 60 frame only. So we only can extend to this level. $42 and then 50. Add another one. Then we can go full tweening. Add a keyframe here. Add a keyframe here. In the centers, also add a keyframe here. Why do I need to add a keyframe here? It's because this keyframe, I'm going to shrink the size. So the transformations, the width, maintain on grid. Oh, don't keep the aspect ratio 90%. Not 90%. Okay, copy this. Paste this. Oh, no. Copied. Paste. And let's get all this. Copied again. Paste it. Let's delete this keyframe. Copy this keyframe and paste it. Of course, let's do some adjustment. If you played it, oh, sorry, I was a little bit too focused. Hi there, Skylar. I'm giving one of my com a freebie. make this into a little bit, just tiny bit animations into it. Sorry, I'm not zoomer enough to know what FW is, but I do know what Skibidi Toilet is. That is a kind of a hilarious point. Know one thing but don't know the other. Okay, let's try to play this. I think I did it a little bit too fast, is it? I need to shorten the range. Can I extend it? No, not this kind of extend. Press shift. I remember there's a way to do this. Like extend everything. Oh yes, this. So I'm going to slowly, gradually extend this one to the next frame. Okay, let's see. Wait, why is this one not shifting like the others? Copied, paste. And then this one, delete. I said delete. I said delete. Oh gosh, I don't know what just happened here. And let's start it. So this thing can put on frame 5 and frame 5, frame 5. So I change this into 10 frames per second. Good. Why this 10 frame and this 10 frame is very different? Okay, 30 frame. Oh, this one should start at 11. Okay, this thing start at 11. This thing also should start at 11. So this 30 start at 11. And this thing start at 11. And this other thing start at 11. This thing should go for 60. And then copy this, paste this, paste this, paste this, paste this. Wait a minute, this thing, yeah, this thing started at 11. Good, good, good. So this other thing gonna be here. Then paste this. Yes, this is on the 5th frame, 5th frame, 5th frame, this 5th, and another on the 5th. Alright. Ta-da! And to move this masterpiece into work, I need to make this. I have to export this animations into a animated GIF. Freebie and add another file. Its name. Git freebie. One GIF. Let's do this. Make background transparent, which is the most important thing in the world. Make this 1 to 60 frame. Frame per second. Let's see. I don't think it's good enough. So I have to... You know what? I'm going to eliminate half of them. Delete. Delete. Delete? How many times do I need to delete them? Delete? Oh, I can't full on eliminate them. Wait, what? Delete all keyframe. Since I can't full on delete them, I have to work on the yes. Copy, paste, oh, dandelion. Hi there. Thank you. This is a freebie I'm going to give to my audience. It's basically one of my audience did a art commissions, asked me for art commissions, so I'm giving him a freebie that I'm going to animate this thing. I'm not going for like the very complex like arm waving animation, so it's just some left right changing, so it's not that much. Hi there, Bushi. I'm just doing everything manually. I can actually do everything in one go by just copy and paste everything, but you know what? I decided not to. Yeah, I can literally just like delete this thing and just keep on doing everything, but I decided to just, you know what? Copy this, go to frame, paste this, just take my time, enjoying my time. It's not in rushed. You're bored? So am I, so am I. This is why I'm doing this. Just take my sweet ass time doing stuff. And I do have like a few things I would want to do too. I want to play Fantasy Star Online. Been seeing a lot of like advertisement for it. Back in the days, I really love Fantasy Star Online. Fantasy Star Online 2. To be precise, not the new Genesis, Fantasy Star Online 2. Back then, when I was not a VTuber, I actually get affiliated from just playing Fantasy Star Online 2 back then. So it's more or less like go back to my origin point. But I know New Genesis is not really that fun, but I think they add enough content now. Finally, it's a little bit more fun than usual. I do want to like try it out. And I used to have like Japan account. I have lots of things in there, to be honest. All my fashion stuff is in there, and I made my perfect characters and everything. But sadly, you know, they have been adding a lot of like blockage to prevent any like gaijin player to play in the server anymore. So it's either you are going to use like VPN, and then if you get discovered, you will get like you know, that account is going to get deleted. In a sense, you can kind of risk it if you really want it. Sadly, I really love my original account, but I have to try out the global account. Too bad it never really like offer people a chance to transfer their Japan account to the global account. If they provide the things to do that, I think there would be a lot more people playing it. Oh, don't worry, you just have to talk to me and then initiate a conversations, and I will non-stop yapping. That's the thing. I'm the kind of person who keep talking non-stop. Which is a very funny thing, because like usually people would like, here's the thing, like when it comes to like streaming and VTubing, I think the main skill a person really need to have is to have the ability to yap and talk even there's no one there. And my particular streaming skill is talking. My friend said like, wow, you talk a lot, you should try streaming. That was like 7 years ago, and I was like, streaming? What is that? And then I went to try out streaming, and yeah, back then, like I was just trying out streaming because I just learned what OBS is like 7 years. Like I was shit, I'm old. Like 7 years ago, I tried out streaming stuff. I got the OBS. OBS back then is super primitive. Like every single thing you do, you need to have a little bit of programming skill to actually do the thing. And I had a lot of funs like doing like streaming and stuff. But yeah, like I doing it on that. This is the funny part. This is back then. It's okay, it's fine, because there's not a lot of platform doing streaming. YouTube streaming is not a thing back then too. So it's only Facebook Live and Twitch back then. Of course, there's the others one, but we don't talk about others one. There is no other platform in Ba Sing Se. And yes. So back then I was doing like streaming testing. So I got myself, I think it's later on I got myself a capture card, but back then I basically just doing testing phase content. It's basically I test out how OBS works, teach people how OBS works, also learning at the same time. Like doing various kind of things, something like this one. Hold on. Something like this. So you can see like my background have something scrolling, and then when I talk it kind of like pulsating. I always go and dig through a lot of like various different I always go to dig through like various different method of OBS, how to use them, plug in, even their like default thingy, how to literally program stuff. Because back then, if I have to like open things up, hold on a bit. Nowadays you don't really see it that much. If I actually go and add a browser source, just a random browser source. So back then, everything, almost everything have this custom CSS thingy. So it's basically you can literally pre-program a lot of stuff when it comes to image, when it comes to this and that, that stuff. Nowadays it's just like only browser have it for some reasons. I think they remove a lot of like much more customized things. If you really want to do it, you have to do it in a actual programming way to do it. Back then you can literally do every programming thing in here. But yeah, generally it's like that. And I'm actually have like this thing also set up to the point that it responds to my voice nowadays. I can just do this, pause a bit. Artista Cafe we go. Ta-da! This is the system I create. Not I created. I'm using Streamer.bot, using the voiceover control that I can literally use voice activations to do stuff. Too bad my hand cam is like not on at the moment. It ran out of battery. I haven't recharged it back, but yeah. And I can do this too. Projector off. Oh wait, I got it wrong. Projector retract. Yeah, I have. I love this thing. Like, I can do another one. Projector on. Oh no, the battery ran out. Tick tick tick. Projector on. It always amazes me doing this thing. What do you want to check? But either way, yeah. So yeah, like that's a lot of things you can do with this. Nowadays, like if people want to become like a PNG tuber, it's much more easier. They have like Fuji tag. Back then Fuji tag is not a thing, so you really do have to use the custom CSS to do a lot more stuff to make the image bounce, this and that, other stuff, response to Discord, a lot more things. Like it's not very user friendly back then, OBS, so I kept doing it until I kind of like got a lot of people watching me. This is not PNG tuber, this is Vtuber. It's a little bit different now. Back in the days, I'm not even PNG tuber. I literally have a camera on me, so I'm not really afraid of not showing my face, to be honest. It's just back in the days there was something happened, so it's better to be a VTuber than like using camera, to be honest, sadly. You don't have to be correct or incorrect about things. Like VTuber is somewhat of a newer stuff. Technically it's been a while, but it's starting to go to mainstream. Like even casual people slowly knowing what VTuber is, but generally not a lot of people still know that thing. PNG tuber basically is a flat image that when they talk, they only bounce around. I can actually show you guys that particular thing. Hold on a little bit. Where is the studio mode? Yes, the studio mode. Characters. Oh wait, I don't have my Fuji on. Let's go and switch to Fuji. If you guys didn't know, there's something called a Fuji text, or you can call Discord reactive. It's basically it respond like every single time we talk, our Discord like went green, right? So they using that like respond, they link their respond to it, and every single time it lights up, essentially they change the things into an image. So when you talk, it have a particular things coming out. Let me try to copy. Yes, copy this, and then Kiri Fuji, and then add this, put this on, and let me go into a random Discord thingy. Okay, see? Oh, this guy's not there. So imagine this. The moment I talk, you see, it bounced. And this is generally what most PNG tuber is back in the days. Also, hi there, everyone. Also, hi there, Duck Roller. Yeah, so this is like called Fujitech. So I'm actually linked. This thing is linked to Discord. Like the moment I talk, it will talk, and the moment I mute, it will do something else. like you can do quite lots of stuff to it. This one is, yeah, this is the peace out one that I made. Like that, you can do quite lots of things. So that particular one is called PNG Tuber. If people don't prefer, you know, like there's a lot of content creator, they just have voice. They don't really have like a face there, but they want something to sort of like represent them. They can use like this like PNG tuber style to represent themselves. They can use logo, they can use like a chibi image, they can use their own OC characters. Really depends. And Vtuber is actually essentially a evolved version of them, using a software called Live 2D to rig the entire things. I can actually show you to you guys. Hold on a bit, Live 2D. Oh, I draw way too many things. If I have to show it to you, this is going to be an hour long. Hand draw stuff, digital drawing stuff. I've been drawing for ages. Hold on. Let me open up my older file. Just going to show it to you guys. The file is pretty big, so. This is like Live 2D. You basically sort of like create bone, this and that. Yeah, there's stuff for your structure to use. You can technically look at everything here, like beyond. This is like the final file. You can have like body, like every single thing you look in here is actually in pieces. So they are all different separate pieces. Like you can see this, they're all in a separate pieces, and then you have to piece them together and then rig them. How are they going to function or behave? So the head is like this, and do that. You do the eye opening, eye closing, and then yes, mine is slightly harder, is because like my hair is actually created individual pieces. So the rigging itself is very on the difficult process. And yes, so does every tentacle in here. And you can see this, I have like dot here, so they kind of like can wiggle. This is like the rigging that you can do for lots of things. You can make them wiggle, you can make them move, you can make them do this, make them do that, like lots of like things you can do. And this is like the physics system you add into like if I have like a wiggle bone here or wiggle bone there, you can add into a lot of like physics system. My galaxy system, as you already can see, my inside is empty. So essentially I'm using a VTube Studio thing. That is, let me pull this guy down. So I'm using a software that runs this thing. It's called Vtube Studio. Vtube Studio can do quite a lot of stuff. Some people don't really like to let people see all this thing, but I'm kind of fine with it. I can just do a unlock of all my object first. Actually, you can add stuffed into Vtube Studio, something like this. Oops, I didn't think like the things work, but yeah, you can add like a lot of things into it, like this animated head pad. Yeah, you can put a lot of like animated stuff to it, and it actually tracks if I pin this on my model. If I don't pin this on my model, if I move, it doesn't really move that much. So let's toss that away. And my galaxies is actually one of like the free video stuff that I just crop it to this level and then just pin it on my body. Hold on. Ooh, thank you for the sub. And yeah, like with this, I kind of like can pin this to my chest, and I pin it on tentacle, so it kind of like shift and move with it. Yeah, it's kind of good, as long as it doesn't like click through. Don't worry, just write anything you want. I will kind of like miss 90% of the thing when I'm talking, because I'm usually when I'm chatting, I kind of like just keep chatting non-stop. Let me kind of like move this thing away, and we can close this down. No, don't need to save. And yeah, like there's lots of things you can do with your like model and stuff. It's actually pretty fun. But again, like the stuff I do back in the days when I start streaming is a lot of like OBS stuff that I kind of like play a lot, and then I teach people how to do the OBS thingy, this and that, yeah, that stuff. And I somehow got famous doing that back in the days, like 7 years ago, like, and then 6 years ago, I got blew up. And then like there's like live view like in Facebook, so I'm not sure like half of them is like bot or not back then, or people just like scrolling past me. But I have like around 26k people watching me playing like Spider-Man for some reason. I have no idea why. Like I was like, holy shit. And because I was like streaming for fun, like literally I was streaming for hobby, and I was like streaming like basically just teach people how to stream, because I got very interesting in OBS itself. Also, hi there, Geek Sound. Oh yeah, I got the animation done. Ding 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 ding. And where was I again? Oh yeah. And then I got like a lot of people watching me in Facebook. I was like, holy shit. And I was just doing for fun, so I'm actually doing it on my personal account. And in a sense, back in the days, I was like low-key very openly doxing myself. It's because I'm using my personal Facebook account back then. So I have my name there, my address there, my family connections there, anyone I know is there. And then I literally just trying to change my page name, because I want to change the name, because I become like it's not like I become celebrity, but having 25k-ish people watch you do stuff is very scary. So I want to change my name. And that Facebook back then, if you want to change your page name, you have to request to a employee in Facebook to do it. So they reject me first time because I didn't give any like reasons, and then I request a second time with reasons. They still say no, and then lock my ability to do another request again. I was like, man, this sucks. Just delete the page straight up. So yeah. Let me talk about a few things first. Let me read a bit. Yeah, drawing is actually, I won't really tell you guys it's going to be easy. Most likely, a lot of people think they can't draw is because they think they can't draw, and because they kind of like got intimidated by a thing called imitations. You don't necessarily have to draw things one-to-one. You just have to do something like this. Just on the most basic things, what is your impression of a window? Just going to say, what is the impression of a window? You're just going to have like a very rough drawing of a window. Like, in your impression of the window, there's like a rectangle here, and then you just draw a rectangle. And then if you want to know like, oh, my house window have a grid, so I'm going to add a metal bar here, another metal bar here, another metal bar here, and then another metal bar here. And then you're going to add like, oh, you have two windows here, so you just add a window here, add a window here, and oh, that window have the handles that open locks and stuff, so you just draw something here, voila, you got a window. And then you want to add a curtain in there, oh, then just add a curtain in there. Try to remember what your curtains look like roughly. Like if you want it puffy, okay, you got a puffy window curtains, just add in there. Just add stuff in there. You can say like, oh, this one I remember I tied it much more higher than usual. You can just add like asymmetry stuff, and then voila, you got a window curtain. And then you're going to try to remember, oh, I have a table in front of here to put something here, so I add a table here. Like, drawing is a impressions. You don't have to draw things beautiful. The first thing you have to start learning how to draw is to draw things by impressions. You don't have to draw things one-on-one. You just have to think what it's supposed to look like. You draw it. You don't have to be like so complex that have to like do like Shakespeare like level of like, you know, like this is a little bit too thick. You don't have to like learn how to do something like this. You don't have to start with this thing. Like this, you don't really have to start with this. You can literally start with a circle and a stick man. Yeah, just that. And then if you really want, you can draw a cross in it. And then you know this is the face, and then you got the face. And then you don't want the stickman body, you just decided to have like actual shoulder there. And then voila, you got a stickman upper body, and then another stick. and you have an impression knowing that human have joined. So you just add a circle there, add a circle there, add a circle there, add a circle there, then you got joined. And then you know face should not be just a full circle, so you just draw a chin out and then a head out. And then you realize your cross is a little bit too high, so you're just going to erase it and then add a new one. Drawing is just impressions, so you don't have to aim to be high, you just aim low. You can't aim high. If you aim really high, you know the mistake you do. If you made a mistake like trying to draw a really half realistic eye, I myself kind of like forgot how to draw a realistic eye. But if you want to draw a eye, you can try to draw it properly. And then by the way, anyone who being very positive here, thank you very much. And either way, keep on doing this. So you know, like I draw this thing, but I didn't draw the eyelid properly. And every single time you keep drawing stuff, you know like what mistake you do. But keep powering through it. You will understand like why you draw this, why you fail at drawing this. You just need to finish drawing it first. And then you can spend your time, keep adding stuff, keep editing stuff. Just try to make sense of your own drawing. And then you will slowly adding more and more stuff and make it better. Well, usually I don't really have a lot of people watch me. Funny thing is, like, I tried to stream in Twitch, I never have people watching me, and only YouTube actually I have enough people watch me and interact with me. Do I play Roblox? Well, I'm too old to play Roblox. Of course, lots of my friends, some of my like streaming buddies, they do play Roblox too. Aside from me, I don't really play that much game. Even Minecraft, personally, I don't play a lot. I think I'm also not in the Neopet era too. I was like back in the days in a aquarium. If nobody know what Inner Aquarium is Inner Aquarium is basically a fishing, a sort of like fish tank game, and that one is kind of like you drop like fish pellet for the fish, and you feed the fish, and then the fish will like shit money out. Mind my language, but yes, it literally shit money out, and then you collect the money and then buy more food, buy more fish, get more fish, and then like literally aliens will attack your aquarium, and then you have to like fend off them just furiously clicking the freaking alien. So it's very fun. Yeah, there was a chat on top, but it's not really responsive because like it's like a combined chat. Sometimes I multi-stream in your Twitch. What is your name? Depends if you ask me or not. Oh yeah, there's quite lots of people joining in, so I should do my opening again. Hold on a bit. Hello there everyone, my name is Scary Vaco, and I am your host and your voice with the voice here to entertain you and may or may not start yapping about. Went off the tangents and then like do lots of things. So yeah. So hello there. And also I am also a voice actor wannabe. I'm not like officially a voice actor yet, but I am trying to become a voice actor. So I'm doing a lot of like voice acting training at the moment. I don't really have a coach, but I am trying to practice a lot. I have a few acquaintances that do voice acting too, and then I do a few clips and then send it to them, and then they give me some like pointers. They actually help me find out my actual voice, because I lost my voice a long time ago. Like the one you're listening to is like on the higher pitch side, and they notice I actually don't use my diaphragm when I actually talking, like you know, like the thing like right below your chest, like that muscle. You usually talk with that. I'm practically using my like vocal cord to talk. So in a way, if I start flexing and then use my diaphragm to talk, I sounds very different. And they told me that this is actually my, like in a sense, is my original voice. So when I use this voice, I'd be like, oh shit, my voice is actually quite deep. I didn't know about it. And yeah. I've been trying to use this like voice to do a lot more stuff. Did I used to sing? When I was a kid, I used to do a lot of singing competitions, but once puberty hits, I lost that voice. This is why I have this like much more higher pitch voice, because back then I was trying to force myself to have a higher pitch back. So I forced my vocal cord to keep talking like this, and then you know, time passes, I kind of like forgot how to speak with my original voice. And then until recently, my you know, all the voice acting friends or acquaintances, they told me that I've been stressing out my vocal cord. Why I'm doing that? And then I say I don't know, because apparently I've been doing this thing for quite a long time, to the point I kind of like didn't know. I just keep using my vocal cord to like talk instead of using my diaphragm to talk. So when I use my diaphragm to talk, I actually have like a very different voice. But yeah, I don't sing anymore. Because my vocal cord is completely screwed up by me forcing my voice into a much more higher pitch. I screw up my voice, so when I do singing, my pitch will sort of like runs away in a sense. So it might go at like chord C when I'm singing, and then halfway there I just immediately like switch to a chord D, F, something like that. So I can't sing anymore. I kind of, in a sense, like you can say, like I've been stressing out my vocal cord so much, I ruined my voice, my singing voice. So I can't sing anymore, but you know, I still can do a lot of voice acting, because in a sense, like the way I speak is a little bit different. Like how geeks sound say, like I kind of sound a little British, but I'm not actually British. I'm Malaysian, and it kind of shocks a lot of people, like when I say I'm Malaysian, because I don't sound like one. Oh, ducky roller, I am in no fitness to do any dancing. Like back then when the lockdown happens, I fattened up myself quite a lot. I've been trying to like removing this extra weight I have, but I did shave off like around 12 to 13 kilogram from my endeavor, but it has been stuck not gaining or not losing any weight for quite a while. I think I'm going to like increase my exercise a little bit more, and then my diet even further, to actually like lose a little bit more weight. My BMI calculation is still telling me that I'm kind of overweight, just over the border a little bit, so I have to do a little bit more exercising properly. If you guys are lagging, you just have to go to your resolutions and then turn down your resolutions. Most likely case is the internet is not able to catch up like 1080 streaming, so you guys can just go for 720 or 480. It's going to be a little bit blurred, the sound quality is going to be slightly shittier, but it's better than nothing. Dandelion? Huh. Who are you? Just having a little fun. But yeah. You should try out sport if you want. Sadly, I can't do sport. I can't do any physical activity that required too much movement. Because it's not because I'm literally like those kind of like very obese to the point that I need like a wheelchair. I'm not that fat. It's just that my ears have a little bit issues. I was born with AICA, so my balance is completely screwed. So I kind of can stand, but if I'm tired or like I'm like lose focus, I might fall. So I actually have a high risk of falling. It's basically, you can just think I'm a very clumsy person that have no sense of balance, and which it is, because like ASCA is something that is basically the blood vessel in your ears is a little bit way too long, and mine is already type 2, so depends on like how my blood pump, it can affect my balance. So I cannot do too much physical activities. I might slowly lose my like a lot more stuff, you know. Banana, what are you doing? If you're flooding the Botrix chat, I might have to give you a little bit of timeout. But either way, yeah, I always hear people say hope you get better, but sadly, I have to let you guys know, this is a physical conditions that cannot be changed. It's not like Meniere's disease, you can hold it off by taking in medications. This thing is basically permanent, and it will get worse with age. Because I'm slowly getting older, like closing to 30, and yeah, originally when I was a kid, I already have a little bit balance issue, my parent didn't know, and it slowly has been escalated to a point that I can't handle it with like my physical again. Like the older I am, I need to be as physically fit as possible. So if I'm losing my balance, I need to like use every single fiber of my muscle to flex myself back, because I cannot, like, if anyone who have like auto balancer like in the head, like if you tilt, your body kind of like tells you that you tilt and move left or right, but for me, my brain keep telling me false information that I'm slowly looking to the left, something like that. So sometimes like I have to like not believe my brain, what's my brain telling me, so I have to full on manually move my body. So it's kind of like a little bit tiring to do this. So sometimes I sound very tired, sometimes I don't sound very tired. Really depends on my conditions. I cannot be too tired, else bad things are going to happen to me. But anyway, yeah, I guess like enough talking about this kind of things. Let's go back to doing what I'm doing. Artista Cafe we go. Right then, if you guys have like a little bit of things to do, yeah, do good your stuff. And the color of your eyes look nice. Yeah, thank you very much. Originally my eye color, oh yeah, this is another thing. Originally my eye color is supposed to be just green, and I accidentally made a very nice shade of like eye colors, and then I showed it to my friends, and they'd be like, this eye color is good, and then I'll be like, oh, you think so? Then I give them a choice, like which one, and then they said like both is good, and then I'll be like, you know what, just have two colors then. I can actually like show you what my eye used to be look like. Like it doesn't even look purple back then. It's like white color but with like lots of colors in there. Nah, you just choke on your saliva. Usually like that. If you want to talk sometimes about it, like it went to the wrong pipe, like some of the saliva, it kind of happens. Where is that? Yeah, that server is like old server that kind of like don't interact with it anymore because it's kind of dead, that server, sadly. But good thing is like my conversation is very easy to catch it back up. Let me scroll it up. So I'm going to show you guys this thing. My eye used to look like this, and yeah, I let people choose like which like eyes to do, and then since I got multiple layers, I kind of like do a lot of layering stuff. You see, I do a lot of like, it's technically this eye, I'm doing like a few layering stuff. I found a very like nice decent color of it, and then I just showed the people like which eye do you guys like, and then they'd be like, a lot of people do say like D is pretty nice, so I went on further further develop it, and it kind of turned into this like very like bright shade, but at the end I added a few more to make it purple, because like having like white eyes is a little bit much more difficult to like let people see in the distance, so I add a little bit something like this. So how that thing actually happens is basically it's like I just get like a few colors in, and then just like layer, like you can have like a lots of like things here. So I'm just have like duplicate multiple layer of my eyes, and then just play with these things. Like my eyes have multiple part, like the shading is a separate part, like the iris is separate part, this and that is separate part, like the bright part, like the dark part, everything. So I just like keep duplicating each individual things, and then just play with that, and then I get a very colorful things afterward. Oh yeah, I need to like export this thing. I want to do something. I keep like getting very distracted. Hold on a bit. Okay, 25, 60 frame, 400. Among Us. You know, it's funny things. I almost never play Among Us. I played once in my life and then never play again. And that once in my life is more like peer pressures. Everyone's playing it and then they keep telling me to play it, and then I play it once and then, yeah, not my game. Because here's the thing, I don't like lying. If you ask me, am I the killer or not, I would just say yes or no. Very honestly. Because here's the thing, I hate lying. I hate lying is not because I hate lying. I hate lying because I self-aware enough that I'm actually very good at lying, and I don't want to betray people's trust, you know? So even it's in game, people are just doing it for fun, you know? I still don't want to do that. On principle, I don't really like lying. So I end up, I don't really do those kind of like thingy, you know? Let me... Okay, the GIF has been exported. Let's open it up. Really depends. I still have quite a few things to do. Yep, it's finished. I'm going to copy and paste and send this to Geeksan. Not Geeksan, literally to the server. Yeah, if you guys have fun with this, you can just like download these. I mean, I referred for Geek. I hope Geek is still here, but yeah. Yep, I already posted in the fan art side. You guys can just right click and then save it. It's free, so I'm not going to give you like the perfect file. Technically. Flipnote? What is Flipnote? I have no idea. But again, like, I only do free stuff, maybe a week at a time. I already did this free stuff, so it's not exactly going to be, you know, sadly. Maybe the next week, I can like if anyone who's still going to watch me next week when I do streaming, I'll do one more freebie, of course. This week freebie already like been taken. And I have to do another yeah, I have to export this thing too. I did this art commissions for Mystery Box, and I haven't give him this like final artwork yet. Final. Okay. I think around this time she's sleeping. Oh yeah, I was like in this thingy. I need to leave. Right. I'll be sending this to Mystery Box. Where are you, Mystery Box? If nobody knows, actually, Mystery Box is like one of my viewer that I still haven't sent him yet. This like art com that he ordered. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Ooh, lucky clover. Wait, it's not lucky at all. This is just 3, not 4. You didn't know about it? Lucky clover is 4-leaf, not 3-leaf. 3-leaf is the common one, and then the 4-leaf is like 1 out of hundreds of like clover you can normally find it. Usually it's actually kind of common if you try to find it, but still, people consider that 4-leaf clover is much more on the luckier side. That is the superstitious of it. Oh, hi, MT. Yes, this one is the 4-leaf clover. And this one is the lucky one. Yeah, sometimes like when you kind of like think about like flip note style of emote, some people would just think left, right. It's not just left, right. You have to kind of like have a little bit like, you know, tweening adjustment. You can see like actually it have like a slight shift of size into here, and then go back up, overshot, and then go back down, like pulsing. So you can feel like the thing have much more movement and dancing. And usually you do this with a separate hand. I can literally sort of like have a line here, have a line here, have the hand grabbing the light one, and then they can I can make them swing up down as like separately, and then left right, do those things in the same time too. But that one actually takes much more effort because I have to like cut this thing out and then like redraw everything if I really do that. So you still need to do quite lots of stuff if you want to do like the much more advanced one. You know, the way you write it, it sounds so wrong. But yeah, since I already finished drawing stuff, I can sort of like you know, share to you guys what I've draw back in the past. I literally can just show everything here, you know. I have a very special art style. It's called a carving style, and as you already can see, this is like a very heavy like inking style. Is how I manage to do this is I literally just have like a huge black blob like placed in here, and then I slowly, using the transparent lasso fill tool, slowly carving out piece by piece to like form a shape, and then afterward having a lot of like empty space, I just fill the color afterward. That is how I normally do like coloring and stuff. Well, I have to do a little bit of checking stuff again. I got paid! Yay! You know what? I kind of like low-key don't like PayPal. But it is the only thing that I can get money from. Oops. Okay. I should try making a comic. Yes, but this carving method is actually much more harder to make a comic. I was doing quite a lot of like lots of things. So this is like one of the testing that I did for the carving style to make a comic out of it, but this thing took me like 8 hours just to make this one frame. It's really difficult to make like one entire like frame, everything, because I'm still not used to like do this kind of things yet. Hold on, need to open up. So I actually have like a lot of like experimental like going on back in the days, doing free art for everyone, try out my carving style, learning how to expand it to make it better, this and that, yeah, that stuff. You can say my second most proudest, like the earlier one, the first one I show you is my proudest one. My second proudest one is this one. Because I've been like doing all this thing without any like you know, like show every part of the body. It's basically just like upper body only. So I want to try to draw a full body, but I was drawing inside a square, so it's much more hard to do it. So I choose one of my like VTubing friend called Ryu. She's a space witch, so I decided to draw her inside space floating around. So yeah. Marvel comic used to do it this way. Here's the thing, like comic book, essentially what I'm doing is a mixture of comic style and how manga is drawn. Now listen, this is a very big knowledge insert. Manga style is not anime style. The way you draw manga is a very big difference with anime. There's webtoon style, there's comic style, there's manga style, there's anime style, there's cartoon style. There's a lot of big difference come to that, because cartoon and anime style is the simplifications of what you are reading on the comic book, and manga is the further simplification of it. Because imagine that you need to do like all those like cross hatching, this and that, like onto anime, people would actually, you know, jump off the bridge if they have to do each and every individual frame that is precisely moving in the form they want. If they're not using like AI doing that thing, like, or like 3D software doing that kind of things, is basically impossible. And then when I talk about that, and then Klaus happened, and then I was like, not Klaus, Klaus happened, and then that one is like basically magic. If nobody actually watched Klaus, is a Christmas movie that created by a studio that completely used 2Ds to draw and shade the things like freaking 3Ds. And if you guys didn't know about it, let me try to find this. Also, I'm a 3D animator, so I kind of like very respect and understanding of this kind of things. Like, here's one of the trailer of this movie. Let me kind of like silence the music first, let you guys listen to this.
Hello, Jesper
Like,
Johansson, postman.
It looks 3D.
Mr. Klaus, you have a gift. You were meant for
But
making
everything
toys.
is actually drawn in 2D.
If you donate your old toys,
Everything. You looking at everything here is 2D.
Tonight, I go with you.
there's no need for you to come with me, really. Tonight, then.
Yeah, everything is drawn in 2D. Behind the scene animations. So they use a very special method to do this kind of things. Yay, ad! An Apple that did nothing on each generations.
When the animation
So you can see
process
this,
for
like
Netflix's
everything
Klaus
is actually
began,
2D.
It looked something like this. It eventually started looking like a pretty impressive 2D film.
This is like very cartoonish already, and then they add in like, holy god, I don't know what kind of magic that did it.
One
And
step further to create a film that looked like this. Suddenly the characters looked
so I don't know what kind of magic they added into it, but the shading they added into it is just literally just turn everything in 3D.
dimensional. But unlike most animated movies these days, the characters in Klaus aren't CGI and can't even be
Yeah, zero
considered
CGI.
3D. It's all
Everything
just
you're
a
looking
trick of
at
the light.
is just very good shading.
About 300 people.
Yeah, when I told you that a lot of like cross-hatching shading is almost impossible, and then they actually made a software that can do shading this way, and then I was like, holy shit.
40 animators worked on the movie Klaus, which took over 2 years to make, and it was completed under the wire, just 1 month before it premiered on Netflix. So why did it take so many people and so much time? To understand, we have to go back to 2010. Long before Klaus was nominated for an Academy Award, to when director Sergio Pablos came up with the idea. Because his story was about the origin of Santa Claus, it appealed to nostalgia. And he thought a nostalgic...
But either way, yeah, like it's... all the things they do is basically very magical. Like, I personally love animations. I really love animation, but animation requires too much focus to do like one thing. And you know, I was like very, it required too much focus to do one thing, and due to my issues, I can't actually focus for way too long time. So making animations is one of my passions, but it's also very difficult to make one. And I can actually show you the animation I've made so far. Let me, okay. This is one of it. I was making lots of like animated GIF too. This is one of it. And it's hand-drawn animation. It's not like full-on tweening. Tweening is this kind of things. I was intended to create a new, another newer one in the futures. That is like mixing tweening with like hand-drawn animation both together, because this is like the original like base, and then this is the final product that I made. This is the tweening only, because everything is just basically separate part, and then I just tween them individually in animation form. And I want to make another one which is much more hand-drawn style. I want to make them able to blink, animated, like hand-draw the animation of the blink, and then some of like the clothing or like the hair, those kind of things, like they all like hand-drawn animation to it. I really want to do that, but that one takes a lot more time to do it. So I'm going to like spend a lot more times when I actually financially available that I can literally like spend time to make animations, then I would actually do it. But so far, yeah, not going to at the moment. But yeah. Let's turn back on the music and stuff. East or west, I have no idea, because I'm basically right in between. Again, like I'm using a lot of like animation method from east and west and kind of like hybrid both together, so I'm more or less looking like Avatar, the Last Airbender way of like doing animations. The approach, I mean. Basically their own approach. I study both, but both have a very different philosophy. Cartoon animations have the philosophy of shape and form, and animations, anime have the main thing is about the story and the context. This is why they can skip a lot of like use a lot of like animation skip trick. Like, you know, like anime in a sense, if you watch long enough, you understand there's a lot of anime is just stand there, they just animate the lips and not too much movement like involved into it. And in cartoon they still doing that, but again they have like some of like the, you know, when they talk they actually have like this a little bit of like that squish that happening to it, animated tweening squish. So like those kind of things they've been adding into it a lot. So it's really different. Like it kind of gets this, like if I need to draw a animations characters, I draw this, and then I need to like create a shape of a person's. Like this is how you create a drawing of a animation characters. So they are much more using like shape to like express a characters. Animations is like using the beauty of the simplifications to they sort of like kept the manga style, kind of kept the manga style, but they remove a lot of like detail. Like if it's manga, they would have like a lot of like imagine like this, and then like they would have like lots of like shadings going on, this and that, yeah, there's stuff. Like all these things. They basically simplify lots of the detail of all this thing to make sort of like in the stylization of their own. They basically, if I have 3 lines here, they're just going to make it erase the inner line and just have 1 line here, 1 line here, and then voila, you got hair like that. Like they basically is a simplifications of the manga, so it's much more closer to the manga counterpart. While a cartoon, they literally design in a way is solely for cartoon. Like there's so less actually anime is full on built upon anime itself. Like it's like original creation, being anime in the first place. There's lots of anime, like almost like 90% of the anime is actually literally born from manga. So they have to follow a lot about the manga counterpart, but also same time they can add a little bit of like much more simplification of the drawing, but they change the framing, because while cartoon, like again I'm going to draw like cartoon have like many wild shape like this. When it comes to like they want to do like animation drawing, they will make it as simple as possible, but use their like design to convey a story. Like this guy is a hunched down guy, and then you kind of like know that he's like a kind of like sussy characters if he always like hunched down when they talk or do anything, but they will always stay in this frame. Even in other angle, when they talk in another angle, you can kind of like notice they just flip the characters. And for anime, it's much more different. Anime, their philosophy is not make it as simple as possible and use a shape to convey it. They're literally using action, foreshadowing, or like spectacle. Like imagine like you are punching this. They want to draw out what like the still frame, like the progressing of that still frame like action pack scene, like all this thing, those kind of things. They want to replicate it and then turn it into a movement. Of course, like a lot of like if you notice, like if you look cartoon, they have way less of this kind of frame compared to anime. Anime literally will have like a lots of like action pack scene, like running toward like someplace. They will have like an overview of like doing such an action like this, like running onto a monster arm or something. Like they will frame it in a way that the animations is like in a much more like dynamic movement. Yes, dynamic movement. They have like action scene, dynamic movement, this kind of that, this and that kind of things. Like a lot of things like upon like comparing this to like a cartoon, even movie type cartoon, they actually don't do this kind of like dynamic action scene. Even they do, they won't actually go full on like kung fu style on doing this kind of scene. So when trying to compare like cartoon and like anime, is a complete different thing. And for me, it's kind of like I always like fuse both of the philosophy together, of trying to make it simple, trying to emphasize some of the shape and this, color theory, this and that. I'm mixing quite lots of things. So mine is like a direct hybrid of like a lot of things. Like this kind of scene is not something you normally will see in cartoon, but you will see this kind of scene in anime, because they more frame it in the spectacle and the dynamic movement of things. But for this kind of dynamic movement, you only can see it in comic. On the western side, you almost never see this kind of dynamic movement in cartoon, unless like that specific scene they will purposefully add it that way. They will try to avoid it as much as possible because I'm not sure why, to be honest. Personally, I'm not sure why. It's just the style actually is much more different. Freestyle really depends. If you want to draw a still illustrations, freestyle is fine. But the problem is when you try to do animations, you have to have a certain rule when you do drawing. Like the eyes always need to be round or something. Like always have to do this. Like if you really want to draw them open the mouth, they have to do something like this. Like you have like consistent rules, so your animations, no matter what you do, you can keep doing it. But if you're doing it freestyle, of course, like you will be having keyframe like A, and then like keyframe B is going to be very different. So you have to keep a certain consistency. Having freestyle is actually not that great with like if you're doing animations. But again, like this is like a lot of like in-depth studies if you really have to like study animations. Is like very, very different. Either way, oh yeah, this music is a little bit too much on the rage. Let's give a much more simple music. Skip it. Oh yeah, I want to draw a thumbnail and then I just keep talking. I completely forgot about the thumbnail. What do you think about plushie? I never have a plushie, so I never really like know how to make a plushie. Maybe I need to focus a little bit to do this thing. Yeah, people who have plushies, people who have disposable income. I don't really have any disposable income. I'm going to stream a game called Fantasy Star Online 2 tomorrow. I'm going to recreate my mascot characters, which if you guys don't know about my mascot characters, let me show it to you again. My law is I actually work in a studio with a lot of like sentient anime characters in a filming studio, so they film, quote unquote, technically for you guys is like doing animations, but they film the animations. And this this studio, they have completely zero budget to do anything, so there's a lot of shenanigans happening in there, and everyone is just DIY everything. Every actor there is also like handling 2 or 3 job roles in the same time. Like one of the actor there is actually also the mascot of the entire studio, so like that's like a second job there, while some is like doing pyrotechnics, some doing the technicians and makeup artists, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Oops, opening the wrong thing. Let me open this up. Alright, good. So this is all the crew. This is one of them, Conire. And then this is Ivan, this is Iris, and this is Flamer, this is Canon, and then this is Cornel. Cornel is the mascot of the company, so mascot of the studio. I'm going to draw her because I also like, let me try to find it on my older channel thingy, like back in the days. Back in the days, as you already can see, like I actually play lots of like Fantasy Star Online. Oops, something happened there. I think I accidentally found a bug that nobody actually knows. Yep. Let me try to find a proper... Yeah, I can't find it. Is it the grind team? Yes, it's the grind team. Oh, but I never have like my character in there. Yep, this is like my PSO2 character back in the days when I'm in JP server, but sadly the JP server I can't access to it anymore, so I'm going to play the global server. Tomorrow I'm going to stream that game, so I'm going to do a thumbnail drawing for tomorrow's stream. So currently I'm actually doing that stream. I'm a what they call a luster player. Now they actually changed the name in like the new Genesis one, so it's a different name. I forgot like what name is this. It's basically they're using a weapon called Gunblade or Gunsword. Different server, different translations. I think the global server is just called Gunsword for some reasons. It's way less like tackier sound than Gunblade. Because it is a blade, not a sword. Sword is like double edge. Blade is single edge. So should actually call it Gunblade better than Gunsword. Oh, and Annabelle also same thing, like sorry, Snoopy, I was a little bit too talkative. I forgot that you were in here. And also, good night for you. Hello there. Good night. Yeah, it's quite late for a lot of people who are on the western side, so you guys, like, if you guys are tired, just go to sleep. I'm not holding you guys back. I hope. I know I just keep yapping. Some people really want to listen to me yapping, and then like I just keep talking. They just keep sitting there. Too bad. I do want to stream a little bit early today, but I gotta eat. Like, it's rare for me to go out eat most of the time. Like, I always mark like Saturday or like Sundays. I just gotta eat, you know. And I haven't eaten char kway teow for quite a long time, so I went to eat char kway teow. If you guys don't know what char kway teow is, if you guys go to my Discord, which is in the description, you guys can go in and find it. Scroll it to the most bottom side. You can find my Discord and join in the my channel Discord. I just newly made them. I have the older one, but that one is a little bit too messy, so I'm just recreate the entire new like server for this particular channel. So anyone who watch this, they can go to that particular server. It's still new, so not a lot of things going on there. But if you guys want to know like what char kway teow is, I put it in the general chat that the pictures I took. Like, that is char kway teow. Is the one of the spiciest food you can find, spicier food you can find it in Malaysia. Malaysia is the capital of food, so if you guys like go to Malaysia, you can find lots of like various different kind of food, but 70% of them is going to be very spicy, so you have to let them know not to add any spicy there, or like don't want any spicy food in spicy stuff added into it, if you are sensitive to spiciness. Else you're going to taste a lot of spicy thing there. For me, I'm kind of immune to spicy food, but where even my mouth is immune to spicy food doesn't mean my internal intestine is immune to spicy food. I'm getting older, man. So some of the things is going to be bound to like unable to perform as good as it used to. Let me start to do some drawing. I love using vector in like Clip Studio because like it kind of like have quite good vector systems. I can just do something like this. Hi there, Empty. This is still a sketch, so I just have a slightly more detail adding into stuff. Personally, I don't really like dubstep, so I have to switch. It's been a while. Like, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I can't draw for too long, and I've been chatting for quite a while. I guess like today's stream is not really that much. I'm just going to spend more time like chatting with you guys rather than drawing, because drawing required a lot of energy. For me, for lots of people, I do not know, but for me, it's a shit tons of energy if I didn't take in my medications to prevent the vertigo stuff happening in my brain. But yeah, generally, everything is doing great. You know, today is actually the most eventful day. I haven't been able to read the chat that properly because like there's just so many things going on there. Anyway, yeah. Oh wait, why are my characters like on the wee way side? Hold on a bit. Alright, fine. Much more better. So, yeah, today is a very much more eventful day. Like, draw a little bit, have a little bit chat, finish like most of my like stuff that I promised and my jobs, and yeah, everything is like doing well. Yeah, your fall-leaf clover does give me a little bit of luck there. Like, again, like not a lot of people actually comes in and watch my stream most of the times, and this is a funny thing. A lot of people keep telling me that if you want to be like a streamer, Vtuber or anything like that, you have to stream in Twitch. Personally, I can tell you one thing: I actually don't like Twitch. Why? There's a very big reason to it, but let's not delve into it a little bit too much. It's more or less, it's like I don't really like how YouTube does that thing, but I don't like Twitch do their things more, you know? It's more like if I need to choose two devil, this is the better devil. Not a single platform is that great to that creator at the moment. Yeah, generally stuff is like that. Let's lower the volume of the music a little bit and switch. Again, I don't really like synthetic dubstep that much. But yeah, like funny thing is like when I stream in Twitch, even I try to do multi-stream, there's no one coming into my like Twitch stream at all. Like generally I only got people come to my YouTube stream, weirdly. Which is a lot of people complain like people don't get enough like viewer in the YouTube stream at all. So like it's kind of funny that I get more interaction in YouTube than Twitch. It's a little bit like irony. For a lot of people keep telling me if you need to be success, you need to go to Twitch. But yeah. Would you like me to make you a story? It depends like the context of the story you want to make. Either way, I do have like a very in-depth lore already, so it's kind of fine with it if you want to help me write some lore stuff. And I personally are a novel writer. Technically, kind of, almost. And not exactly one, but I do have like write a lot of like story stuff in my head, and even like write down notes and stuff, quite lots of things. But yeah, again, like depends on your context of like what kind of story you want to write. If you just like want to like random things you want to write it down here, really also again depends on the context. This is YouTube. I might not get bonked, but if you type something that yabai, that your account might get bonked. That's the sad things in this world. Sometimes you even write the word politic itself, your entire like word is going to get automatically modded by YouTube itself, which is like again is a little bit funny. like how YouTube are so strict with their moderations. Even you didn't have like the moderation thingy activated, so this is why you still can see like bot tricks. Like if like YouTube literally just removed your word like by themselves, you still can see like in bot tricks that they just pop up that way. But either way, yeah. Alright, it's been streaming a while. Personally, I'm already quite tired too. Like I say, my ears got some issues. I can't actually work for too long. This is why I'm doing like streaming stuff like this. Sometimes you can see like my stream is going for very longer time than usual. It's most likely I took in medications, so I kind of like able to held out a little bit longer. But my medications is not like a end all be all solutions. It kind of works sometimes, but if I keep relying on it, maybe like next few days, like even I take it, it doesn't really do jack shit. It's just some medication that makes me like not feel as shit as like not make my vertigo as bad as possible, but it's still there. So if I just assume that my vertigo is just gone and just not feeling it and just power through everything for the entire day, tomorrow I'm just going to feel the recoil of it, and no amount of medications that can actually help me. So I have to manage my life like in a pretty well manner. So later on I will off the stream. Usually my Saturday and Sunday stream is more freeform. Either like I just like do everything I like, or I play some games. It really depends. Yeah, either way, thank you very much for watching. Let me go to my chit-chat stream scene again. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, stay tuned on the next stream. Bye bye.